Hey, what's going on? This is Johnny here. And today I want to give you a real straightforward plan, just a real daily routine that should really help you crush it in your business this year. All right, so when we're talking about home business, let's say network marketing or internet marketing, there are very few people who will ever actually be successful in their business. Even though they see the power and they see the leverage in the business model, and they have their reason why figured out, and they have a real vision that they're working for, there are still so many people that are never going to make it. And I think that one of the reasons is because they don't actually have a plan. They don't have a set of kind of rituals. They don't have a routine that they do every single day in their business. So when they sit down at their computer to build their business, they don't actually know the things. They don't know what things they should be doing, right? And so I'm sure you probably know what this feels like. And I think that pretty much everybody goes through this stage. At least I know I did. So, you sit down at your desk and maybe you update your Facebook status and then maybe you'll check your emails. So there goes like half an hour, right? Up to an hour of your time. And then all of a sudden you realize that your desk is maybe a little bit cluttered and, well, of course you better organize things, right? So that way you can be more productive. Makes sense, right? Well, next thing you know, it's lunchtime. Half of your day is completely gone and you've got absolutely nothing done. And so what you really have to understand is that your time is so precious. You only have 24 hours in a day, and if you spend your time doing things that don't really move you forward, well, you can never get that time back. And so in order to get the most out of your time, it's important to develop new habits and really develop a very specific routine that you follow every single day. So that way, when you go to sit down in front of your desk, you know exactly what you need to do. And you have to make sure that you're not just learning stuff, right? Even though learning new skills and learning new strategies is going to be very important to the bottom line of your business, watching those webinars and reading all those blog posts is not in and of itself going to make you money. It's not going to move your business forward. And even though, I learn new things every single day, I make sure to focus on the profit producing activities first. So, that old 80-20 rule does apply here. You should spend about 20% of your time learning, and at the very least, 80% of your time needs to be spent implementing and taking real actions that are going to move your business forward and bring in income. So in today's training, I want to give you a daily routine to follow, and this is exactly what I do, so that way you don't need to feel confused anymore. And when you sit down in front of your desk, you're going to know exactly what actions to take. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is that you need to pay attention to your thoughts. I know. A lot of people don't think that this mindset stuff is all that important. But what I can tell you is that when I really started to master my own thoughts and my beliefs and, just the way that I look at my life and my business in general, things really started to take off. And the reason is, it's because when your way of thinking is aligned with what you want to achieve, your mind is going to start to see opportunities. It's going to start to help you basically carve out the time that you need to build your business. And it's going to take just a lot less conscious effort to actually get to work, right? And so here's how the kind of, I guess you could call it the success cycle goes. Here's how it works. Your thoughts drive your words drive your actions, and your actions ultimately create your results, right? And then your results are going to drive your thoughts and your beliefs even more. As you start to get better results, your way of thinking is automatically going to improve. And then that cycle just continues and you start to get a kind of a snowball effect of just incredible results. Now, the interesting thing is that you can interrupt this cycle by actually speaking to yourself differently. So your words can actually drive your thoughts as well, right? So you can actually flip those two around. So in the beginning, when you're basically just getting started and you don't have those amazing results yet, you're going to need to change your words. You're going to have to start speaking to yourself differently than what would actually come natural. A lot of part-time entrepreneurs, especially when they're first starting out in business, they struggle with a lot of self-limiting beliefs. They end up telling themselves things like, I'm not good enough, or if I was just full time, then I could make it happen, or I'm not smart enough to figure this thing out. And you can see that when you tell yourself useless stuff like this, your mind is it's gonna start to believe you, and you're gonna be thinking about that all day, right? So you need to really watch this, because when thoughts like that start to control your words, it's going to become physically impossible for you to actually take the actions that are going to create the results that you want. So instead of telling yourself negative things like that, you should start to talk to yourself in a more self-empowering way. You have to be a little bit careful there as well, though, because you don't want to just blatantly try to kind of lie to yourself, right? Because your mind's not stupid, obviously, and it's going to know that you're trying to trick it. And so what I mean is, if you're telling yourself something like, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, and you're not, well, that BS meter is going to go off in your mind, and it's just not going to help you to, think the way that you need to. So instead, just be honest with yourself. So if you're broke, and I mean, hopefully you're not actually completely, totally broke, but if you are, then just be honest with yourself. But you can put a more positive spin on it. You can put a more self-empowering spin on it. Say something like, I have no money now, but I am in control, and I am taking actions to change my circumstances. Something along those lines. And when you tell yourself things like that all day long, as you're going through your day and you're working your job all day, your thoughts are actually going to start to improve over time. It's not going to happen instantly, but over time, your thoughts are going to start to improve. And as your way of thinking starts to improve, your words to yourself and even to others are going to start to become better and more positive. Your outlook on life and just your general attitude improves all around, which means that you're going to start taking massive actions to start getting those incredible results. So I'm sure that you can see now that you can just literally change that whole cycle, right? And so the next thing is that you need to learn how to master your time. I definitely understand that we're all busy, right? Some of us are definitely more busy than others, but we are all busy. We all have things going on in our lives. We all have commitments, and some of you guys watching this probably have kids, right? And so life can sometimes seem to become just extremely busy, and things get in the way. And the thing is that most people enter this profession on a very part-time basis. So it's extremely important to make the most of what little time we have. So even though you might have very little spare time, you can't allow yourself to hide behind that excuse of, I have no time. You just need to learn how to prioritize and how to tackle the most productive things and the most leveraged activities first. And you do those leveraged and productive activities before you do anything else. So before you sit down in front of your TV to watch Lost or Grey's Anatomy or whatever it is that you do to get some downtime, go email your list first. Create a piece of content first, or reach out to some new people. Prioritizing is going to be the key to success in this business. So the third thing that you want to do is you want to find somebody to follow. I talk about this to everybody that I coach, or to help them get the results in their business. And the thing is that you need to have a mentor or a coach. You need to find somebody that you can resonate with. Find somebody that's already achieved what you want to achieve, and then you just have to go and do what they do. So, you can leverage their knowledge and all the time that they've put in to learn what they know, and you can actually reverse engineer their success. You can take off 90% of the learning curve by doing this. So, if that mentor doesn't turn out to be me, that is fine. But you just need to find somebody that you can resonate with. Now, you do want to be a little bit careful with this, because you don't want to just go and get on 20 different email lists, right? Because you're going to end up being pulled in 15 different directions, and you're going to start to feel all confused. You're going to be spreading yourself out way too thin, and you're just going to get burnt out and quit. And I know this because this is exactly what I did when I first got started in this business. You just need to find that one main person and do exactly what they do. Maybe two people at the very most. But I know for myself, I just found that one main person that I was going to follow, and I unsubscribed from every other person whose list I was on. And I recommend that you do the same thing because this is going to be the number one shortcut to success. And the reality is that success leaves clues. There's no reason for you to try and reinvent the wheel. Just find somebody that's done what you want to do, follow the clues, and create your own story, create your own destiny. And the fourth thing is that you need to have a plan. When you sit down at your desk, you should already know what you're going to do that day to move your business forward. You need to have a daily routine. Don't just think that when you go and sit down at your desk that the inspiration is just going to magically come to you because, I hate to tell you this, but it's just not going to happen. So for me, every single day when I come home from work and I sit down in front of my computer, I have three main objectives. And the first one is that I want to grow my audience. And so that for me it's growing my following on Twitter and Facebook. But more importantly, it's growing my email list. You need leads to build this business. And so the bigger that your email list gets, the bigger your income gets. So as an online business owner, your email list is your number one asset in your business. Now, a blog is important for sure, absolutely. And a YouTube channel can play a huge part also. And many other social media platforms can play a big part as well, but your email list is going to be your number one asset because you're in complete control. Nobody can shut you down. Nobody can close down your account. And you can send those people wherever you want to send them. You own that email list. It's an asset. And so let's just say that for some reason you end up leaving your primary network marketing company down the road sometime, or maybe they close their doors for whatever reason, and that means that your income goes away, right? But if you have a responsive email list, your income is not going to be affected that much. It might take a little bit of a dip, but you can very easily just recreate and rebuild a new income stream if you've put in the work and built up a big email list. So really it provides long-term security. So the second thing that I do every single day is I create a piece of content every single day. And for me, I actually create 2 pieces of content every single day, but I would recommend for you just starting out, do at least 1 piece of content daily. So whether that's going to be a video or a blog post, whatever it is, you can use that piece of content to help grow your list and provide value to other people in the marketplace, which is going to, it's really going to attract them to you and your business. So you really should have a blog. This is where I post all of my content. And, a blog is just such an important part of your business. You can use it to pump out value to your email list, and you can use it to build relationships because a blog is where people are going to come to really get to know you and like you and trust you, right? And so once you've got that trust built up in your readers and your followers' eyes, you're going to start to make a lot of sales, and it's going to start to become a lot easier than it actually is now, right? And things start to become very exciting. See, a blog is basically the central hub of your online business. It's where you really want to direct everybody to go to find out more about you and find out what you do and what you have to offer and how they can get started. So maybe you feel like you just don't have enough knowledge to create content. Listen to me. If you are watching this video, then you already know more things than 90% of people in this profession. You have to understand that there's brand new people coming into this profession every single day who don't know a single thing. They don't know the first thing about building this business or whatever niche that you're in. And they are going to look for you to help guide them in the right direction. And especially if you've gone through my bootcamp training, there's enough content and content ideas in that bootcamp to really keep you busy for probably 5 or 6 months. So, my normal daily videos that I create, they're just 2 or 3 minute videos. They're very, very simple. There's nothing complicated about them. This business is really not as difficult as a lot of people make it out to be. It just comes down to learning something new, applying it in your business, and teaching it to your audience on your blog and your videos. So, there's content ideas all around you. If you learned some cool new lesson at work, or maybe even a movie that you watched, there you go. There's an idea for content, and you can use that and leverage that in your business. But, just keep it simple. Back to blogging. with a blog, you can really kill two birds with one stone, right? You're going to use it to actually build your list and get leads, but you can also use it to communicate with your list and really get them to know, like, and trust you just by providing a ton of valuable information and by sharing what you're learning. So that's another thing that you should be doing daily is communicating with your email list. You should email your list every single day. And if you think that you're just not a good enough writer, just take it from me. It takes practice. I mean, it's like learning how to ride a bike. It's really difficult to do at first, but once you've learned it, by putting in the time and the practice, by the time you know how to do it, it doesn't even take a whole lot of conscious effort anymore, right? You just have to get on that bike initially and practice. I mean, I am not a professional writer by any means, and I just did it anyways. So, after several years now of doing daily blogs and emails, it doesn't really take a conscious effort for me. Once I have an idea for an email or a blog post, I can basically bang it out pretty quick. And you will too if you put in the time and the practice. So basically, just get started right now. All right, so the next thing that you need to do is you need to find a product to promote. Now, what I teach does work for absolutely any business model. And if you have your own product that you're selling, then you can go ahead and use that. But I personally love high-ticket business models because with the super big commissions that you can earn, it allows you to really get into profit a lot faster, and it's very easy to scale your income quickly. So, if you have absolutely no budget in the beginning, then you can start out with only free traffic methods like blogging and video marketing, like I do. And so, when that first $1,000 commission or $3,000 commission comes rolling in, now you have $1,000 to invest into paid advertising, and $1,000 buys you a lot of leads, and you will make more than $1,000 back if you set things up right. And then you can just start to reinvest those profits and spend even more on paid advertising, and that's really how you scale your income. And so when you're choosing a program to promote, you want to make sure that you choose something that you really believe in, something that's high quality and that's actually going to help your customers get results. Now, I personally use a program called Top Tier Income, which is a product created by a company called Mobe. Now, with Mobe, you've got all the training that you're ever going to need, as well as you're going to be assigned a personal coach that's going to get on the phone with you personally to make sure that you get results. And he's going to make sure that you're going to have all of your questions answered as you go through this step-by-step process to get your business going. In addition to that, you're also going to have direct access to me personally. So if you have any more questions about the business that you're not quite clear on, you can always give me a text or give me a call as well, and then we can get things figured out together. Now, probably the best thing about Top Tier Income is that you can get started for a really low price. It's only going to cost you $7 to get started, and that's going to get you access to the 21-step system as well as your personal coach who's going to start walking you through this business step by step. And as soon as you've completed the steps and you've decided to actually move forward with this business, you can start earning commissions of over $1,000 and even up to $10,000 from a single sale. And those $10,000 sales can add up really, really quickly to create a very nice income. So if you decide to actually get started with Top Tier Income today, you're also going to be able to work with me personally in my Facebook group. So as I create new trainings to help you build your list and drive more traffic to your sales pages, you're going to be the very first one to know about it. And I'm always adding more resources into the group that you can actually use to just make your marketing easier, especially if you're brand new. And so when you bring people into this business, you can actually add them to the group as well, so that way they can benefit from the community also and create results quickly. So just to summarize your daily routine here, it should really come down to four main things. Number one, you have to practice your mindset. So like for me, I like to do this with podcasts. I have a couple of very specific podcasts that I listen to every single morning, just as I get ready for work and on the drive to work while I eat breakfast. I listen to these podcasts so that way I'm really programming my mind to just think the right way throughout my day. And then I have a couple of podcasts that I like to listen to in the evening before I go to bed as well. So that way I'm going to sleep with positive thoughts and beliefs they're only going to get reinforced when I sleep. And after that, there are three main business activities that you have to get done daily. Number one, you have to build your list. Number two, create content. And number three, communicate with your list and your audience. And so, if you find yourself actually spending a whole lot of time doing anything but those four main activities, it's pretty safe to say that you're wasting a lot of time. So I hope that you actually got benefit from this video, and if you are interested in actually working with me personally, then you can click the button or click the link below this video to get started today. And if you have any questions at all, then you can either ask me in the Facebook group or you can leave a comment down below this video, and I hope to see you on the inside. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.